You know, food always brings people together. There can also be a lot of history behind certain dishes. Chef Arazada has gone viral for taking some of these really complicated traditional dishes and then simplifying them and then making these fun videos to share on social media. So I invited myself over to make something that I grew up eating.
This is Araksya. She wanted to make something traditionally Armenian, so here we go.
In a large pot.
2 chicken leg and thigh combo, skinless. 8 cups water.
Bring it to a boil, 20 minutes.
After 20 minutes, reserve 1 cup of the cooking liquid.
Add 2 cups of pearled wheat.
Bring it to a simmer for about an hour until the wheat is soft. After about an hour, pick out the bones of the chicken and shred up the meat.
Yeah, you do that.
Add back in your reserved liquid and stir it vigorously. Top it with a pat of butter, salt, Aleppo pepper,
red pepper.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
So now let's just slow it down and show you step by step how to make harissa.
Just so you're both in the frame, I need you guys to stay right there. Let's make
Harissa. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Let's make
Harissa. In a large pot.
2 chicken leg and thigh combos. People are always like, you're just staring at the camera. It's so weird.
Okay.
I was like, that's the point. We're locking eyes.
Okay,
all right, ready?
Yeah.
8 cups water. That's it. Put it down. It's weird, right? After 20 minutes, reserve 1 cup of the cooking liquid. So you say, add 2 cups of pearled wheat.
Pearled.
Pearled wheat.
And stare at the camera.
Yeah.
Add 2 cups of pearled wheat.
Bring it to a simmer for about an hour until the wheat is soft. Perfect.
That's awesome.
This is a traditional Armenian dish.
This doesn't get much more traditional than harissa itself. It's basically a wheat porridge. When they were feeding everybody during the genocide as they were getting saved by the French and the British, they fed them this, and essentially it's villager food. You know, they don't have a lot of money, so they use wheat, grains, and chicken, which is one of the most predominant meats out there, to make this dish, and that's why it's well known around Western Armenians and Eastern Armenians. So we're basically gonna take this and take all the bones out and shred up the meat if you can.
Yeah, you do that.
Once it's cooked and soft, add back in your reserved liquid and stir it vigorously. The great debate with harissa is, do you stir it, do you not stir it? How often should you mix it? Should you turn it over? What do? The way we were taught in Hayastan is basically leave it in there, let it rip, turn the chicken over maybe a couple times during it. At the very, very end, once everything's shredded, you stir it for like 2 minutes and then it whips together.
But how long are you letting it do that?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3.
Okay, why does it feel like when my grandma makes harissa, it takes hours?
So
is it my imagination?
No, most of our dishes don't take long at all. That's why I'm able to do this, and I think that's probably why I'm getting so much tread on it, is because I'm showing people that our classic dishes are not very scary to make. They're super easy.
So do you want it to be like watery or kind of thick? It just depends on how
personal
you prefer.
preference.
Okay.
Yeah, so the more it cooks, the more thick it'll become. So you kind of want it to like be kind of like risotto, that it doesn't sit on itself, it kind of like floods. From beginning to end, it takes about an hour and a half. 2 boys, 2 cooks.
All right, and look who it is! Chef Ara, thank you so much for making this. I wanted, my friends to try the dish that we talked about. Special shout out to your wife, Diana, who unfortunately isn't here because she broke her ankle snowboarding.
It happens.
She was the lovely lady behind the scenes helping us out. All right, you guys, let's dig in.
Okay.
Tell me what you think.
To stir vigorously? Is this what you said earlier?
So stirring is only when you're cooking it.
Oh, okay.
So stirring it actually makes it so it's creamy.
This is comfort food, like you said.
On a whole day.
Oh, wow.
Great.
You like it?
You like it? Awesome.
It's savory, and it just goes down easy.
And you get the mix of the protein and the grains. It's kind of a bowl of love.
So we do this in the winter, like during the Christmas time.
Yes.
My grandma makes it.
Perfect for that.
And I love how I love like his book, Lavash, we highlighted last April. But the whole idea is, depending on where you grew up, things are done a little differently, but they all kind of have the same style.
Yeah, it's very similar. So that when you go region to region, you'll get different flavor nuances, but it's all kind of the same thing.
Okay, so now I want to talk about this for a moment because you did a beautiful spread, and this is actually super cool because this is a typical thing for an Armenian household.
Absolutely.
I say burstud, you say
Badar.
badak. Okay, Western, Eastern Armenian. So you guys take a piece of lavash. Here.
You just gotta tear it. No, it's really big, so you just gotta tear it like this.
Oh, thank
There you
you.
go.
Take a
Just
piece.
tear a piece of it. Here you go.
Wow, okay, we'll tear
Tell
it.
us what you do.
And then, so you load it up with a little, like a piece of cheese, whatever cheese that you want, and we do
What
hand
kind is
grabs, it's
that?
all good. So there are types of feta, more or less.
Oh, I love that.
And then this is Armenian string cheese, which has
amazing.
black caraway inside of it.
And
then you
just
grab,
stuff it.
yeah, you stuff it with any herb
it
that you
down.
want that's
Okay,
all in this here.
Pardon my reach.
So we got tarragon, we got mint,
Yeah.
we got parsley, we got cilantro. Sometimes there's opal basil, sometimes there's savory in it.
I love it.
And this is a part of every single Armenian table. So anywhere that you go in Armenia, when they serve dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you're gonna have kharam ganachi, which means mixed greens,
Yes.
right?
Bouquet.
A bouquet of herbs and greens, and you get your cheeses.
And you
like
roll it
wrap it
up?
like a
You just roll it up,
Typical snack.
Perfect
And then
snack.
Bite into it.
perfect snack.
Oh, I love it.
Amazing, okay.
Okay.
So fresh.
And try the Armenian string cheese
All right.
too.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
Everything's so
By the way, he
flavorful.
made this board.
It's so
made
fresh.
this board.
Everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
What don't you do?
I don't know.
Sleep. That's what you don't do.
I don't sleep, that's for sure.